1992, we present the fabulous What's the Scenario remix. Whereas there are 7 MCs, 6 which are in physical form, 1 which is in spiritual essence, and he goes by the name of
back again, GYGB. What is this song? We have a second segment. More going on outside. This weekend is a strictly Boxers fan purist weekend. We got a rematch, a highly anticipated, highly awaited rematch. Malignaggi and Diaz. It was a robbery last time. Houston, we have a problem. That was in Chicago. So we got that fight coming up. We got Timothy Bradley's fighting Lamont Peterson, which is supposed to be an all-out war. And then you got two comeback fights for Victor Ortiz making a comeback, and so is Victor Ortiz. So let's start from the back. Victor Ortiz versus who? He's fighting this kid Diaz. One of the Diaz, I think it's Antonio Diaz.
A lot of Diaz is out.
There's a lot of Diaz, but this is more like a tune-up fight. This is a confidence builder. You know, they realize
you see if he really wants to fight. He says, so he has some choice words after that. Saying he don't think he should be getting beat up like this. Like that question, does he want to, you know, be on the episode of how to get concussed?
Well, I mean, I think HBO, in conjunction with the great promotion house, Golden Boy, is doing a great job of building prospects. How they get prospects back on after they you know, experience some setbacks is yet to be determined. So we're going to see how Victor Ortiz, after
so Diaz is supposed to be a punching bag?
Supposedly, I mean, because Maidana, they overlooked the guy Maidana, the one he fought last time, and look what happened. You know, he totally got obliterated.
So you think we saw when he stepped up to that type of competition? Is he the deal or is he not?
He's the deal, but it's just like, was he focused? Did he train for that guy? I think he was a last-minute replacement. Poor matchmaking. Is he ready for the spotlight? I don't know. There's a lot of questions. I mean, I was really big on him. I thought he was a solid prospect. He was like my pick this year to, you know, really start showing, you know, what he was capable of doing in boxing.
Ortiz by knockout.
I got him by knockout. It's got to be by knockout. If he takes it to the distance and he struggles, then you know what? The Golden Boy is going to have to go back to the drawing board. Should be no more discussion on that.
Argentinian versus who?
Tomas Rojas. This is supposed to be.
He's the resident little man who knows most of the little men.
Little man alert. May 2010. We got number 4 from the Epic Trilogy.
About time. They took like a 2-year off. 2-year layoff.
They have nothing left. They destroyed each other.
That's like the new Terminator movie. They waited 10 years.
Man, they came back. They fought recently and they struggled. So we're gonna see what it's looking like. More on that later. But
Argentinian
is supposed to beat this guy. If he doesn't beat this guy, then you know what?
Another punching bag.
Another punching bag.
For confidence building.
Confidence building.
All right, so Argentinian by knockout.
By knockout.
All right, so now let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Which one do you want first?
Bro, Timothy Bradley versus Lamont Peterson. We told you years ago the Peterson brothers are coming, and this is the platform, and I think it's going to be a very classic, epic fight.
I gotta go with Timothy Bradley and Poisonous. I'm going. The little guy showed me a lot, man. He beats the odds. He beats adversity. He's been there. You know, this is a big test for Lamont Peterson.
I know.
So you know, is this his first championship fight?
Yes, it is. It's his first big time fight.
In Timothy's backyard, by the way.
Right.
We all know how the California State Athletic Commission rocks with scores. So Lamont's gonna have to knock this dude out.
But you turn into. You got me, Mike? Do you see me?
I can see.
Oh, I don't know. It looks like it's this way. Turn into, you know, Guard Your Grove Radio every Monday night. We had Lamont on there. We had his trainer on there. They sound extremely confident. If people don't know the backstory, Timothy Bradley, Lamont Peterson, they were roommates. They're good friends. They were roommates. I don't know. They were good friends.
When it was like amateurs?
I kind of missed the interview. I got bits and pieces of it, but they were roommates. Lamont and the kid knows him very well, and they said, trust me, he ain't got nothing for Lamont. I think Lamont, this year, we're going to get to see the coming of the new superstars. We got to see Andre Ward about 2 weeks ago. Lamont Peterson is that second special boxer where Timothy Bradley, I think he has the heart. He reminds me a lot of Evander Holyfield as far as his heart, his determination, something. But he's
not a big puncher.
Not a big puncher. He's dealing with a very slick person who could do everything. And in the words of Lamont Peterson, he said people don't know Lamont can bang. trainer was saying. They said we can bang, they said we can box, we can do whatever you want.
That's the problem. I don't want to see for Lamont to win this fight. He can't bang. He can't go in here, come in careless against a boxer like Timothy Bradley. We know Timothy might not hurt him, but he throws a lot of volume and he'll throw enough to really, move the judges.
Right.
So he got to come in here and establish his height, because he's taller.
Right.
He's longer. He's got the length on him, so he's got to really establish early on that I'm going to be a Rocky, not move me and just break him down. If he doesn't do that, then I got Timothy Bradley.
I don't really see Lamont pressuring him. I see Lamont. I see it's going to be a chess match early on, and I think more so I see Timothy. He's
the pressure fighter.
I see Timothy pressing Lamont, and Lamont slipping a lot of stuff and landing clean punches. The infamous words of Jay-Z, you are who you are player. They got a back history. They seem very confident, just like I didn't think, rest in peace, Vernon Forrest and Shane Mosley, even though they actually fought. But they seem to be very confident about this. I just think Lamont Peterson will be special. Even though this is a very tough fight, I think it's going, this is another fight that can challenge, possibly for fight of the year. All right. So I got Lamont. I got Lamont by decision. You got
Timothy by decision.
Timothy by decision.
We also got the highly anticipated rematch, Paulie Malignaggi and Juan Diaz.
Oh, is it really? It was really anticipated, yeah.
You not anticipating?
I forgot all about it.
Juan Diaz. Did I call it? He's a tomato can? I called that from the beginning of his career. He's a tomato.
The infamous words, Big Mike, he fights with pillows with his hands. There's a whole lot of nothing happened.
Well, last time, if y'all recall, Paulie Malignaggi got robbed. I thought he won. He won slightly. In my cards, I had him winning by a round.
Shout out to Max Kellerman putting his job on the line every week. Speaking of
I told Coltrane
he's
over
putting
the
his job
weekend
on the line, by the way.
Max, you're one outburst away from being
He's
on
going
Versus.
to lose his job.
He's one outburst away from being on Versus.
Brass is like, oh, every time he says that, but we love it, Max. So keep doing it.
He called the ref out.
Called the ref out. He brought up the Paulie Malignaggi.
Max, you're one episode away from doing top-ranked pay-per-view cards. Have you ever seen those pay-per-view cards? The production sucks in those cards.
Or the Don King production joints.
Top-ranked pay-per-view. As much money as Bob Arum got, those cards suck.
It can't be worse than King Vision, man.
It's like World Star Hip Hop doing boxing cards.
I don't know, when Golden Boy tried to do their little indie release with the Golden Podium, that was pretty sucky too. But let's keep going with this.
Well, Paulie Malignaggi complained finally got his rematch. Now you got two fighters to me who got a lot to prove right now. It's bigger to break it for either one of them.
Both.
You know what I'm saying? If Paulie loses this fight, he's back to those New York ballroom
Friday
fights.
night fights.
Not even, man. I'm talking about those Lou DiBella weekday special fights that they have in New York. He's back to those. If Juan Diaz loses, then he's going to be a gatekeeper for the division. So I think a lot of them, both of those fighters got a lot to prove. I think Paulie Malignaggi showed you that, how you can beat a Juan Diaz. It wasn't pretty, but he did enough to win. But I think for some reason Juan Diaz is going to win this fight a little bit more convincingly this time. And they complained that there was a lot of Mexicans in Houston, Texas. We'll wait till they get to Chicago. That's like northern Mexico over there.
Once again, we're on the opposite side of the spectrum. I think, you have me, Big Mike?
I got you.
That one.
I got you, man. Why you
pointed that way, you know it.
Now,
Once again, we're on the opposite side of the spectrum. I'm going to go with Paulie Malignaggi for the same reasons he's going for Juan Diaz. I think it's going to be an easier fight for Paulie after filling him out. I think just Juan Diaz is a one-trick pony, man. I think Paulie, if anything, you can't say that he's not a boxer, not a quality boxer. And I had Paulie Malignaggi by decision, a more comfortable decision if they don't rob him.
I'm being cynical right here too. I think boxing is tired of Paulie Malignaggi. He's complaining too much.
And Juan Diaz.
But Juan Diaz at least his style is a little bit more entertaining.
You should stay in college, man.
Especially with these concussions going on.
Stay in college, Juan.
I'm not letting my kids fight. That sounds like blasphemy for me to be.
I thought one of your kids had a wicked left hook.
They got wicked left hooks. They like to tackle real hard. I don't know, man.
So who they fight like? They fight like Rick Hatton?
At this point in their career, yes, they do. Mike, you're on the microphone. So that concludes our pick. I got Paulie.
Mike on the mic.
You got.
I got Juan Diaz by decision.
Mike definitely has Paulie Malignaggi by decision because he never goes with Juan Diaz. And tune in to Guard Your Grill Boxing Radio every Monday night at 9 o'clock. We're going to end it on that note.
and shout out to AI. He's back. The king is back.